My name is Alexander Munoz, born and raised in El Paso, Texas, a city where you really must grind to make something of yourself. You're either family oriented and want to stay in the city, or you're self driven and want to get out of this place. My mother is very business oriented, entrepreneur at heart if you must. And my father is a very hardworking guy who works 16-hour shifts 6 days a week. I learned something from both of them. From my mother, I learned how to come up with a successful business plan and how to execute that business plan while still staying in the budget. My father taught me to get up early, make your bed, and work hard until the job is done. And you don't stop until you're satisfied. So I took what I learned from both of them, and I decided to come up with a few ideas. I had many startups as a teenager. I washed cars, groomed dogs, made throwing knives, anything I could do to make a quick buck. I didn't realize that I wanted to start creating video games until I was in mid-high school. I was introduced to Elder Scrolls Oblivion, Skyrim, and soon Fallout. These games all had one thing in common: massive open worlds. I fell in love. My dreams of being an entrepreneur ended that day because being an entrepreneur meant you had to work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And that just didn't leave me with enough time to play these video games. So I dropped the business and got a part-time job. And of course my mom wasn't very happy. These games changed how I thought about my life and everything around me. Whenever I went outside, I would picture my surroundings as an open world video game, and I would start to play through my own story as I walked down the sidewalk. And I would end up somewhere down the street 2 hours later, not knowing exactly where I was. My cousin and I would sit in the living room and just think of different things we could do if we became video game designers. I decided to take my first step. I looked online and found an interesting school, Full Sail University. I started taking online courses right away. In this school, I learned so many things that I would never have thought about when I would try to design my own games. I learned how to become a more effective storyteller by finding out who my audience is and adjusting my story to fit their interests. I would work on projects and decide what happens when my character does something in the game, such as swing a sword or give his dog a command. My life outside of school has also prepared me for this industry. What? You thought I stayed at my part-time job through college? I had two little girls and I landed a management position at a recruiting firm. Every day I have to be a leader. I have to go to work, make all of the big decisions, as well as making sure all of the projects stay within budget. And then I have to go home and make the big financial decisions there as well. I believe the life I lived up to this point and what I have done with that time has prepared me enough to work with your company. I believe I fit right in with your company because my ideas are large. I like to think big first, then try my best to make those ideas playable and enjoyable. When I start a new project, I'm not looking to copy and paste and add some extra features or just change the environment. I'm looking to create something the player hasn't seen before with our previous projects. I want the projects I work on to be playable to anyone, and not just until they complete the game. I want them to come back for more. My degree, my background, and my leadership will help your company move forward on the projects that we work on together. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Thank you.